Hey ho, Dickarinos, it's me once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're about to do another drift draft, but before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe, tell your parents, tell your friends, tell your mom, because that's what we do here. Hey, we're ready already. Pack one, pick one. What are we getting? Alright, so there's a Mindspring Merfolk. I like this card just in general. I'm going to take that. It's also in a pretty good color of blue. Detention Chariot's not bad. Marauding Mako's great if you want to start going into that cycling deck, right? But don't really want to start there. Broadcast Rambler's not bad. Velo Heartbike is the glue that has kept together a lot of my 4 and 5 color nonsense decks, and a Night Market is also pretty neat. Mutant Surveyor I think is one of the hardest to deal with of these types of cards, simply because of the pump ability, and the Night Market's good. Lightning Strike is a little bit of an underperformer because there's so many 4 power butts in this format and higher, and there's a Rugged Highlands, but definitely taking the Mindspring Merfolk. Love that exhaust ability. It's just Brain Geyser, right? So we're going to confirm that right now. Trying to stay open. There's a Boosted Sloop, there's a Redshift, there's a Broodheart Engine. There's some really good stuff here. Right, there's a Rocky Roads, which is okay. I've come up on these lands that sacrifice to give you a pilot creature. It mounts and cruise vehicles, saddles, mounts, and I wonder if they're going to errata the other ones. I'm tempted to take the Broodheart Engine. Boosted Sloop seems pretty good too. I don't know if I take the Redshift here. I don't think it's that great of a creature, only being a 2/3 with Vigilance. Sometimes the exhaust power is like okay, but it's also very hard to pull it off unless you get its power really, really high. I think Boosted Sloop is just like kind of a good card to go into Mindspring Merfolk, and you know, being able to loot helps a lot. So let's take. We don't really know where we're going, right? I don't think it's Redshift though. I'm gonna pass up on the Redshift and go for the Boosted Sloop here. Blowout's pretty nice. Ooh, there's this guy. There's also the Skystreak Engineer, which fine 2-drop. So what I learned about this format from watching other content creators is you kind of want to go for as many 2-for-1s as you can fit into your deck, because this is a longer, grindier format, and you're going to want to outvalue your opponents, which is why I'm taking the Fang Druid Summoner here over the Skystreak Engineer. We can have the Roadside Blowout's also pretty nice. I wish that this was an instant, but because it's sorcery speed, but it does draw you a card. It replaces itself. The mana cost of it being 3 also really helps. But I think we have to take the Fang Druid Summoner here. I know it's a bit of a pivot, but I think this is one of the better cards here. Otherwise, I would take the Engineer, or probably even the Blossomings. No, the Blowout, the Engineer, maybe the Pride. But yeah, we got to take the Fang Druid Summoner. I like these 5-color soups. That's a stock up. We're gonna take that. There's a Road Rage. I like Road Rage. Sometimes it just feels like shock. Let's see, Engine Rat's pretty good. It's also a zombie, which matters with Curse Cloth wrappings. Sometimes it's just like this is, oh, you know, Grim Bobble's nice, as well as Gibrick Omnivore, which is what I should take after taking the Fang Druid Summoner. But stock up again. This is a nice 2-for-1. And you kind of want to get as many 2-for-1s as possible. There's a Bike. There's a Stall Out. There's a Fuel the Flame. Sorry. I think the best thing to take that keeps me open is the Wastewood Verge, because I kind of want to play this. And we're not really married to the Boosted Sloop. It just felt like the best card in that previous pack. So I'm going to take the Wastewood Verge here. Something could be said for taking the Velo Heartbike, because I do think that this is a very good fixing card, right? It gains you 2 life, so it doesn't feel like just a non-play. It ramps you, and it can be used as a 4-power attacker, but I'm going to take the Verge here for now. I like the Strategist. Venom Sac Lagak is also pretty good. I like the Strategist. It feels like we're very heavy into blue, so Reef Roads is also a consideration, as is Night Market. I think I would probably take one of these 2 creatures, then Night Market. Although, maybe these 2 are tied, because it feels like we're trying to splash. I've been doing, like, nonsense piles recently. And I've enjoyed nonsense piles recently, so, you know. Let's see. There's a Leonin Surveyor. I don't really want to go into white. I think I'll take the Broken Wings here, because this has more targets than you would think, right? It's strangely a very good card in this format. Creature with flying, artifacts like most of the vehicles in the format, or enchantments, which there's not that many enchantments that I think you would point this at. But there's March of the World Tree, which if you cast this on their turn, they still get a 3/3 out of it. I'm going to take the Broken Wing still. I think it's a fine removal spell. Out of this pack, I don't really... Hey, do we want the Grease Wrench Goblin? It's an okay one. I feel like we're more in for this Guidelight Optimizer, because you could spend the mana to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability. Activate abilities like exhaust abilities, right? And we have 2 good exhaust creatures, and we kind of want to ramp a little bit with that. So let's get the Guidelight Optimizer for now. I think we take the Highlands here. Lightning Strike's fine. I think we take the Highlands here. Let's see. Nothing great here. This is the looting one, right? There's also a Gilded Goda and a Glitch Ghost Surveyor. This is my least favorite of all of them. It's just the Windrake that starts your engines. Maybe we just take the Rocky Roads? No, because then this requires... And then it's a blue... Yeah, let's not take that. I think if anything, we take the 2. It's another 2. There's also a Pit Automaton. This is actually not that bad. I'm going to take the Pit Automaton. It's a nice 2, which I like about it. I'll take the Prowlcatcher Specialist. People do not want to be in red. So Pit Automaton's a nice 2 that kind of blocks pretty well. I don't want Fuel the Flames. I think I'll take the Crag here, because it can open us up to a splash in white. Like the Bulwark Ox, there's also a Scrounging Stingray. If we stayed the course for blue-red discard, I think we could have had like a pretty good start between the Boosted Sloop. I think we passed a Mako, and here's a Scrounging Stingray. That said, do I want the Ox or do I want the Run Over? There's also a Carrion Cruiser, but we've taken no black cards, and we have like 1 piece of black fixing, but I don't know if it's very... If we keep it solely for Carrion Cruiser, and maybe... I would rather play a Siphon Fuel, actually, if we were like light on removal. I think we take the Run Over here. Yeah, I think we take the Run Over here, because it's such a good green card that passing it would tell other people that green is open. We're going to pass the Bulwark Ox. This is okay, I guess. It's really good if you could saddle it repeatedly, but also it's very hard to want to play cards in white, unfortunately. There's a Thundering Broodwagon. That is something that you splash for, baby. We're going to take that. There's also a Risen Necro Regent, another card that I would happily splash if we were doing more things with starting our engines. There's a Flood the Engine as well. I think we just take the Broodwagon here, noting that there's a Veloheart Bike and a Swiftwater Cliffs. Both would be very good here, although it feels like our red is not the strongest. I do want to take this Brood Engine, though. Pothole Mole is not bad, but I think I would take the Bike over the Pothole Mole here. Yeah, let's take this Brood Engine. Let's see what we got here. There's an Aether Hive. I'm actually in for that. This is whenever you activate an exhaust, creates a 1/1 Thopter, which means that this is a Lightning Rod for removal. If you activate tons of exhaust abilities, you get tons of flyers, and then your opponent now has a clock, right? It's also, it crews for only 1 mana, and it's a 3/5 vehicle with vigilance, which I really like on that side as well. So I'm going to take the Aether Hive here. Let's see. Keen Buccaneer is probably the pick here over... Maybe we take the Run Over? I feel like Run Over gets better if you have Venom Sac Legax, whereas Keen Buccaneer plays much better with the Aether Hive that we've already taken. We are also very into some fixing, and Crash and Burn actually would be an okay pick here. Keen Buccaneer also is a vigilant creature that can loot for us later on in the game, and I think that ends up being pretty good. So let's take the Buccaneer. Ooh, okay, so there's 2 cards here that I would take. I would also consider taking the Beast Rider. That's a very good card, but we don't want to go too deep and go into like 4 colors. So the thing is between Flood or Hazard. Hazard's just great. But we do need more removal. We only have a Run Over. Flood the Engine's probably one of the best removal spells in the format, because like it doesn't remove the creature. There's very few sacrifice for value things, I feel, in this format. So flooding the engine, locking a creature down is very good. But I think we take the Hazard here, because it's just a really good 4. Here's where we can take it's a Scoured Barrens. Here's where we can take a Skystreak Engineer. Nice 2, right? It's a good 2. It has exhaust, right? Other cards I would consider would be Loxodon Surveyor, or maybe even Scrap Compactor. If that wasn't here, I don't think I would take the Scoreboard, the Serpent, or the Wrangler, but Engineer's really good. I really enjoyed the Engineer. There's a Thopterist. It's a Bloodfell Caves. Bloodfell Caves can help us splash for the Brood Wagon and our other red cards. But are we just more in for a good blue creature? Or maybe just a Surveyor even. Let's take the Caves for now, because I really want to play this Brood Wagon. There's an Indomitable. There's an Oil Gorger, which is okay top end. There's also a Walking Sarcophagus, which is a 2 that we can always play no matter what. And I think we need to have some 2s that we can always play no matter what if we're going to go this deep. We're probably going to cut like either the Goater or the Specialist, maybe even both, right? Because again, red feels like our splash color. I don't know how to feel about Surveyor, but Siphon Fuel is fine. Again, like, this is a fine removal spell because it's so late game. It also gains you a little bit of life, and it gets around a lot of indestructible nonsense, like maximum overdrive. Let's change the view to this so that I can look at my removal suite here. Swiftwater Cliffs, I'll take that. And run over. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the cliffs here. We're taking a lot of lands. Just fine. There's an Oil Gorger or there's a Wild Roads. I think we could take a Wild Roads. We're not really splashing for anything white. So let's take the Wild Roads. Pacesetter Paragon has exhaust, and that's the only good thing about it. It's actually kind of a middling exhaust creature. I think it should have been a common. We'll take a Ticket Tortoise because that's playable. I don't think we're playing a Ticket Tortoise, but we'll take it. You know what's fun? It's a 3-1. Even though it has Defender, it's a 3-1, so it actually crews vehicles pretty well. Ah, there's a Sunmare. It's like, there's a Sunmare. Oh, we're so far away from splashing that. It's double white. It's such a good card. If I had... So if I take this, right? If I take this, I have to prioritize fixing. I have to prioritize it, right? There's a Hull Drifter, which I wouldn't mind having one of, or Sabotage Specialist, or Keen Buccaneer. So there's a few cards in here that I would take. I would have to prioritize fixing. We have one white source. I'd need like a starting column and a Veloheart Bike, and maybe one Plains on top of that at the very least. But I haven't gotten to play with Sunmare yet, and this is such a good card. I'm taking it. There's a Boommobile. Wow, that's fantastic. There's another Hazard of the Dunes too, but I think we take the Boommobile here because this is ETBs, blow something up, or Ghost Face. Sometimes you just fireball your opponent, right? There's also a Marshall's Path Cruiser. What did I say about prioritizing fixing? I love Path Cruiser too. It's a nice 2-for-1. It cleanly gets you any color source out of your deck, and then represents a massive 6/5 creature. But I think Boommobile's too good, right? Right? Someone talk me out of it. Oh god. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm not playing this, but we will play a Veloheart Bike. That's a gift. Hull Drifter would also be good. Yeah, Hull Drifter would also be good. Because we want those draw... Although we do have a stock up, so I think we don't necessarily need the Hull Drifter. I will take the Veloheart Bike, though, for the fixing. I'll talk Mammoth. You kidding me? Get on board. It's a nice 6, too. I love having nice 6s. Let's see what's over here. This is another Stingray. We could have had like a fantastic cycling deck. That said, there's a Migrating Ketrodon here. Love to see it. When it enters, gain 4 life, cycles for 2. Otherwise, it's a 6/6 with reach. Way better than it looks, folks. Nice top end. And there's a Flood the Engine. Wowza. It's also a Thunderhead Gunner, which is a great way to make sure that you don't draw more than the however many lands you need, but we need removal. We only have Siphon Fuel, Run Over, and Brood Wagon. So I'm going to take the Flood the Engine. It's just, I think it's too good to pass up at this point. All right. Waiting on our next card. We're getting a lot of cards earlier, too. This is a scrappy deck. I don't know if I should be playing Sunmare. I don't know if I should be. There's an Skystreak Engineer, another Siphon Fuel. There's a Jungle Hollow, which makes it so that we're almost guaranteed to play the what's our deck look like? Oh, how many creatures do we have? We have 16 creatures. Let's take the Jungle Hollow for now. The Skystreak Engineer is fine, but I think we need to prioritize the fixing. Right. We have a lot of black sources here, so we might not even need to play. No, we should play like one black source, one swamp, especially if we can get a Marshal's Path Cruiser. Guys, I would love a Marshal's Path Cruiser. This can get any 3-drop, right? Any permanent, non-land permanent. This is silly. I don't know. I don't know why they printed this card. I mean, other than for draft. Looking at it, though, it's just like, should we be playing this? You know? So nothing great here. Maybe it's the Matrix? Yeah, because this automatically crews and mounts. I think we could play that, but we're probably not keeping it in there. There's also a Dredger's Insight, but we don't have anything that gets anything back from our graveyard. So I think it is the Guidelight Matrix. That's a late Bauble, that's a late Surveyor, and that's a late-ish Oil Gorger. Oil Gorger is better than it looks, I feel. Wow, the Sabotage Strategist wheeled. It's double blue. It's double blue. Is it better to just play a Loxodon Surveyor, a 3/3 for 3? I think this Strategist plays better with our Aether Hive. So let's just take the Strategist for now. Definitely in for a Howler's Heavy. It's a nice combat trick in a deck that we didn't really draft any combat tricks. This is the looting one, right? I'll take it, but I don't think we're playing it. I think that's the deck, folks. I'll be perfectly honest. I could take a Glitch Ghost Surveyor, but it's not one of those cards that I'm thrilled about. I think this is the deck. I know it looks a little silly. We didn't get a starting column, which I'm a little disappointed about, and the Marshal's Path Cruiser, of course it doesn't. I think people know about that card now. I think. Can you imagine if it's? I think it was the second pack that we looked at. I think it was in the pack with the Sabotage Strategist, so someone else might just be going super deep. Although you could just play that card in like a lot of decks. There's a Scoured Barrens, yeah, and a Swamp. Let's take the Swamp. We took a lot of duels. Every opponent that we're going to be playing against is going to be very mad with how 4-color we are. They are. We're gonna upset so many people. We're looking at 19 creatures. We can cut 2 at the very least, and I think one's got to be the Goda and one's got to be the Prowlcatcher Specialist. I think that we don't want to like struggle with our mana base that early. Not a big fan of Pace Setter Paragon, but the reason why I'm keeping it in is because it makes the Aether Hive that much better. How many creatures do we have with Exhaust? Let's see. Exhaust. Wish I could type today. Okay. We have a few things with Exhaust, and then the Aether Hive. And then the Pit Automaton, which I don't know if this actually does anything here. We might just cut the Tortoise. How many vehicles do we have? No, I think that this is actually fine. And also we can tap it for 2 mana to spend that mana on abilities, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes people just forget, like, oh, that just taps for 2. We didn't get anything for the Fang Druid Summoner, actually. Goodbye. I just noticed that. There's no, like, textless creatures. I didn't see, the 9/7. I didn't see the, I saw 2 Gibberic Omnivores, and we passed them up for better cards. Okay, so I think we have enough exhaust stuff. So T-Cree. Alright, so these are our creatures. This is our creature suite. Yeah, see, we have so many white sources that the game is just like saying, like, you just need 1 planes, because we have 1, 2, 3, and then the Velo Heartbike is a 4th. So we need to cut some creatures. I mean, not creatures, some spells. I like Stock Up. Let's look at our removal suite again. It's Velo Heartbike, Siphon Fuel, Boommobile, technically. Broken Wings, I'm going to put that in the maybe pile because that's kind of a maybe, right? Run over and flood the engine. We're going to cut the Broken Wings. That's enough. That's enough other sources. How many vehicles and mounts do we have? We have Boommobile, Broodwagon, Sunmare. I'm going to put them all in a pile. This Keen Buccaneer. I kind of don't want the Glitch Ghost Surveyor in there. Aether Hive. I'm sorry. Yeah, Aether Hive, Sloop, and Bike. Part of me is considering getting rid of the... Oh, but then we have Boommobile. Part of me is considered getting rid of Sloop. But we do want to, like, churn through our deck to make sure that we're hitting what we need to. I guess that's the point of stock. Stock up. We're also playing so few... We're playing more non-basics than basics, right? 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we're playing 7 and 9. Okay. We do want to hit our land drop, so I can't cut a land. So I guess Guidelight Matrix actually does kind of make sense in this deck. Especially because we can use it to help accelerate our Strategist and Hazard of the Dunes activation. It also helps us tap for more mana for the Boommobile. Our removal suite is 4 spells specifically. So what are we cutting? We have 16 creatures, and we have a bunch of vehicles, which I think we have a good balance between the two. Part of me really wants to cut the Sloop. Is it wrong to cut the Sloop? Gotta cut it, I think. We'll cut the Sloop and we'll cut the Tortoise? Yeah, let's cut the Tortoise. Not a big fan of the Tortoise. And that's 15 creatures, like 4 vehicles. We should be good. I think we'll be good. We'll call that done. I'm the king of 41 cards, folks. Draft deck with 5 color nonsense. Hey, here's our first opponent. We're 0-0 with 5 color. Absolute nonsense for this aetherdrift draft. We have 4 colors. This is perfect, actually. Because we can play the Veloheart Bike turn 3. Yeah, so this into Sarcophagus. It feels like they have Galvanic Blast. Just based on that pause. And for 1 single red mana. Before the card came out, it feels like they had Galvanic Blast. Kickoff Celebrations, sure. Looks like they're in the blue-red discard deck, the cycling deck. And it looks like they're having some problems deciding as to whether or not to discard a card. Come on, discard like a 5-drop. You're not going to play it anytime soon. So this means that next turn we get to get in, and I get to play the Veloheart Bike. Do I want to play the Veloheart Bike right now? You're pitching another Kickoff Celebrations. Maybe we do, right? I don't have a white source yet. I'm gonna hit them first. Okay. Because allegedly... That's the thing, though. If we play the Glitch Ghost Surveyor... No, let's play the Veloheart Bike. I don't want them to have counter magic for this. Opponent just saw that we're playing 1, 2, 3. We're going to represent 5 colors next turn, by the way. With this Swamp. We can... Oh, wow. Opponent went deep. What's this crew for? 2? Yeah, let's, play this. Play this. Gonna crew this up. Just get in. If we could draw a land next turn, we can Migrating Ketrodon. And that'll be cool, because it represents a lot of pressure. Whereas our opponent has not done anything to add to the board. Rotting Mako, sure. I would like a land just in general, right? Because this is all gas. Opponent leaving up 2 mana though is like very suspect. If they don't do anything, I'm just gonna attack with the Surveyor. Okay. They have something to do here. Okay, alright. They're gonna draw a card off of that. Yup. They make a treasure? Okay. Oh, so they have another play here. Or maybe our opponent just went as deep as we did. Oh god. They could play a 3-drop. Or they could leave up counter magic. That could be a problem. I think it might be wise to just siphon fuel this thing. Is that crazy? No. Let's see if they cycle anything away. Anything else away. Because if they do... Okay. Aether Hive. Aether Hive. Okay, so we can... They only have access to 1 blue mana. I could send both of these in. We're gonna get maximum speed. I actually kind of want this to trade with the Catalyzer. And then we'll see what we do after that. We have the Aether Hive in our hand. Let's see if we trade. Yep. Okay. Bong, bong. Okay. Is the correct thing to play the Buccaneer or to leave up Siphon Fuel? I think we're supposed to play the Buccaneer because I feel like we should be able to kill the Mako. End turn. And we can cycle away the Ketradon. Might be better to cycle away the Aether Hive. I don't know. Our opponent's at 10. I do want to play the Ketradon, though. That's the thing. And so it might be correct to... Ooh, Outpace Oblivion. All right. Sure. Because this might cause them to not attack. But I think I'm willing to trade the Veloheart Bike for the Mako here. Especially because our opponent's like pretty low on resources. Yeah, see? Alright. Okay, Hazard of the Dunes was great here. End turn. So we're just gonna play out the Hazard of the Dunes, hope to draw some land arenas. So that we can just play our Ketradon and end this game. End this foolish nonsense. Boosty sloopsies. Alright. I see it. I see you. Okay. They have the backbone here of like the discard deck. And they've been making really good plays. I think next turn might be the turn to kill the Mako. Okay, so they are attacking with that. Have access to 3 mana? Yeah, they're gonna have access to 3 mana. So they might have, what's it called, Lightning Strike. I think we just take the 2. Yep. Because I think we're just swinging in next turn resolve. And if I gotta play another creature next turn, if I could play Ketradon or no blocks. Because it's only 2 damage. They have access to 4 mana. So if they play something huge here for 4 mana, I just Siphon Fuel it. Like, play a 4-drop, please. Except for Captain Howler, the 5/4 with Ward 2. I don't want to deal with that right now, actually. That would be the worst thing you could play. Although I guess I could still attack with the 2 of these, which is funny. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. Gearseeker Serpent. Yeah. Cliffs. Kill your serpent. Attack with everything. Next turn, it's Ketrodon time. They crewed that, but if they block, they lose that, essentially. I don't think there's a... Well, we did... We do have them pinned as having Galvanic Blast. Okay. If they don't kill this Glitch Ghost Surveyor, they must not have Galvanic Blast then. Otherwise, they should have killed the Glitch Ghost Surveyor instead of taking the 2 in the air. Yeah, let's opponent's like this close to just outright dying. They need to kill the Glitch Ghost Surveyor, and then they also need to not attack, and then possibly also need to... Oh, I think that's wrong, but sure. I think that's insane. Maybe they're trying to go for max speed so they can activate Raceway. Or maybe they're just looking to dig for something. Yep. 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 Cool. We gained like so much life here. I mean, during this entire game that we've taken like, I think 7 or 8 damage, and we're still like... Okay, Flood the Engine's a card. But what about the Flyer? What about the Flyer? Okay. Alright. Got a game. Okay, so... Send this in. I could play this Turducken. This out. Or I could just play the Ketrodon and gain 4 life. I think it's more correct to gain the 4. So I'm going to attack with the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I mean, not gain the 4, sorry. I'm going to attack with the Glitch Ghost Surveyor, trading with theirs, and then play my Aether Hive and Engineer. So... I know it's not the best use of my mana. They definitely have to trade here, yep. I have another Flyer. That becomes massive. And I have an Aether Hive. End turn. Now, their Marauding Mako can become a 5/5 next turn, and I definitely don't block it, right? But if they have nothing to do with this Gilded Goda, and they might just attack to loot, right? They might just attack to loot, but I think we just, Yep. I don't care about the 4 right now. Sure. That can draw them a card and put a counter on that, and that's fine. I don't mind any of that. Past the blockers. No blocks. Past the damage. They have a full grip now. Resolve. I can draw a card off of that. That doesn't gain them a life. They're drawing a card off of it. They're looking for like Lightning Strike or Flood the Engine here. Like this is like pretty sick. I wish I had this setup, but all that said, yup. Oh, there we go. Resolve all. They can cast a 2-mana spell. They're very much looking for a Lightning Strike. My turn. Oh, I should have crewed the Hive with the this thing. This flies. That doesn't do damage to anybody now. Because we both have max speed next to damage. They need bounce off. Oh, I was gonna say. I guess I was gonna say like bounce off could have done it too, but I guess they just were like, you know, letting me hit them. Cool. We're 1-0. Oh, here's our next opponent. We're 1-0. with 5-color nonsense because we're just trying to have a good time, folks. That is all of our colors except for white. This enters untapped, so I think we're just playing tap lands for the time being. Deathless Pilot, sure. Oh, you know what? Pit Automaton. Now we could just play out the rest of these tap lands. I probably should have started with Swiftwater Cliffs, knowing that we had a Guidelight Optimizer. Although if we get an untapped source, I can play the Veloheart Bike. But the Pit Automaton blocks the Deathless Pilot pretty well. And, okay. Surveyor, probably no attacks here. Yep. Play this. And this does nothing right now. End turn. We don't block the Mutant Surveyor ever because, like, they can, if they play an untapped source right now. Oh. I don't know, cancel. Pass the blockers. We'll block here because they can pump this, but they can't pump it to be a 4/5. I was worried that they're gonna play an untapped land there. Okay. Sure. It's a tap land. Pothole Mole. Okay, Monty Mole. Let's see what they mill. Okay. Playing green. They're playing Abzan. Sure. Alright, so we got a 4th untapped land. I can play that. Play the bike, play the optimizer? Is that correct? Is it correct to do that? Or do we just play the Sabotage Strategist and take a lot less damage? The problem becomes, what if they have, what's it called? We have 2 strategists though, right? But yeah, the problem becomes if they have a bauble. They haven't been playing like they have a bauble, so I'm going to just play out the strategist. And actually, if we can get an untapped source, no we can't. This is 7, right? Yeah, it is 7. If we can get an untapped source, I could just exhaust this and have a 5/5 flyer. If they attack with everything, I don't even think I have to block here. There's no blocks. Oh wait, if they pump everything into this, I take nothing? Alright, because this comes at 3/5. I don't want to risk blocking the Pothole Mole because they might have maximum velocity. Yep. Hazard de la Dunes. Cool. Let's see. That's our first blue source or white. I'm sorry, yeah, first white source. If I play the Boomobile, it gives us 4 red mana. Spend 3 to then kill the Mutant Surveyor, or I can Veloheart Bike, Guidelight Optimizer, play a tap land. I think we need to flood the engine on the Hazard of the Dunes, because that's just going to be a problem, right? But it's not a problem right now. So let's play the bike. Play the Barons. And then play the Guidelight Optimizer. Next. No attacks right now because that thing's got reach, and we don't want to deal with Secret Reach. Next turn, though, we can just activate Sabotage Strategist. Yep, pace. Sure. Okay. So this does get the maximum speed, which is unfortunate. Cancel. Pass to attacker or to blockers. I think we block like this. Actually, no. We block like this. I think we have to take this 3. Unfortunately. But we're fine because we're at 22. So we'd only be at 18. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana? And I think opponent's really thinking about activating... Okay. Are you spending your entire turn here, opponent? Oh god, okay. I missed that entirely, but also this takes them off an entire turn, right? Resolve. Unfortunate, but alright, so we can still activate Sabotage Strategist with the 7 mana that we do have. But I think the more correct thing to do is to... Well, one, we attack with our Sabotage Strategist. We have 7 mana. Maybe we just Flood and Aether Hive here? Land, Aether Hive, and then I think we're gonna flood the hazard. End turn. Because this way we can actually just block the pothole mole, and if they tap out for the Mutant Surveyor shenanigans, we can just kill that. Migrating Ketrodon. That's not great. Resolve that. That's actively atrocious. Pass. Okay. So, my turns. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get back 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can kill the Ketrodon. Right? Am I calculating this right? We get back 4. So then we have 4. And it's 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. We can kill the Ketrodon for red. X equals 4. Or, sorry, 5, 6. Kill the Ketrodon. Auto pay. Make a doctor. Kill that. Attack with this. Punk. End turn? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, okay. Well, then we have to crew this. Resolve. Sure. Pass to attackers. It was just another flyer that they probably didn't want to deal with. My turn. If we attack with Boommobile... What do you crew for? 2. Okay. I'm gonna send the Boommobile. Sending it in. Because they can activate this or crew this. And this could just eat this, whereas if I do it like this, we're trading this for that. Yep. And I don't fully mind that, actually. Sure. And end turn. Now we just need to top deck good stuff. We have all of the mana that we could ever use, except for, like, you know, obviously the Sunmare. They do have a lot of mana to sink into Mutant Surveyor, which can be a problem. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 mana. Okay. Well, it's like, do I destroy the Aether Hive now? They have 3 cards in hand, and we are top decking, so that can be a problem for us. If I don't think we trade the Veloheart bike for anything. Yeah. Broodheart Engine. Oh, they're gonna get back something with the they're gonna get back the this thing, the Brood Wagon, right? Because like they have Ketrodon too. God, there's so much reach. Okay. And they're not doing it right away. I don't get it. Okay. Zahur Glory's Past. That's a problem. Every time one of their creatures dies, alright, so that's a black, or sorry, that's a plains. We don't need a plains right now. I think we just swing in with the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I'm gonna hold on to this plains. End turn. they can sacrifice a creature to surveil, which I think, yeah, and that also gets them a zombie. Oh, okay. I would have thought that surveilling or sacrificing the Hazard of the Dunes would have been smart, but yeah, I guess you could just like repeatedly get that going, right? Because they could just like get it from their graveyard and replay it. We've played most of our duels. We played so many duels. Oh god, I wish I could what's it called? Draw a non-land? That'd be great. A non-land. Can we get a non-land? If we keep drawing lands, it's probably just gonna be the game, and that's Magic, baby. Yep, sacrificing another. That, of all things, that seems not wise to do, friend. Sure. I'm not gonna block that, actually. If they want to pump all their mana into it, be my guest. But that prevents them from getting back that guy. But they also just kind of get back that guy over and over and over again, which is a problem. Rise from the Ashes might have been, or Rise from the Wreck, rather, might have been a good addition to this deck, but we didn't see a single one. I was gonna say, like... Okay. Yep. It's the Aether Hive, right? Yeah. That sucks. Alright. Now we need a way to deal with that. They have another one? Ooh, opponent's deck is sweet. And they didn't have to go crazy like we did. Play this. And next. No attacks, end turn. Sacrifice the Hazard of the Dunes. Sacrifice your Hazard! What? Who said that? I would never say such a thing to help my opponent like that. There you go. I will admit we did punt earlier when I blocked with the Pit Automaton while they had mana up to be able to pump their Mutant Surveyor, so that was my fault. Yeah, 100% my fault. Let's see. They have this second Broodheart engine, which is going to be a problem, actually. I need to find a way to destroy this Zahur, because this is like a lot of bodies. Whatever's on top of their deck must be really good. Or really bad. I don't know. I'm assuming really good for them to be in the tank about it. Okay. It's my turn, right? Yeah, end turn. That took so long that I wasn't even sure if it was if I was passing priority to them or not. Like that's how long it took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can give this +3/+3, which makes it a 5/7 pass. They attack with it, and I can't really block it. Okay. Sure. There's a Monty Mole. Since we played our last, what's it called? I'm actually gonna crew this. Crew 2? I'm actually gonna block the mole and one of these guys. I guess they get in 4, 5, 6. They get in some damage here, which is not great for me. Your pass. Does that not give them a Oh, the surveil comes from sacrificing, not necessarily when a creature dies. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. And now they have a Beast Rider Vanguard, which is just a fantastic mana sink. Okay. Okay, makes sense. I can run this over now. I'm gonna wait until the end of their turn. No attacks. Or the end of this turn. Okay, because I want them to do a sacrifice so that they don't get value off of it when I run over the Mutant Surveyor. Although I guess they were tapped out. Maybe that was the correct time to do it. Okay, so there's a crew. This has gone bad. Okay. Sure. Okay. Block like this. I have access to, this is 4. They have 7 mana up for that. Yeah, this is not going well. I think we're just dead here. So that's 7. This only buys us like a single turn, right? Because we're taking 9. If I got this correct. Yeah. So I guess we just kind of find out what our next card is, essentially. Ah, it's not terrible. I'm curious what the next card is. Cool. Good game. Concede. Oh man. It wasn't the mana base that was the problem though there. It was, one, I punted kind of early when I blocked the Mutant Surveyor when I probably should not have. But also two, God, this deck was very good. They rebought their Thundering Broodwagon, and then rebought their, because they had 2 Broodheart engines. Leave match. Such a good card too. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-1 going into round 3 with 5 color nonsense. Did I go deep? I sure did. Oh gosh. I think we can keep this because we could cycle this away, but we do need a 3rd land. There's no way of getting back to Thundering Broodwagon, but I think it's okay. And our opponent already took a mulligan, so I think we're fine. Turn 1, play the Wild Road. Unless we hit a tap land, another tap land. Engine. Okay. Guidelight Optimizer. Huh. Sure. This run over is looking worse and worse here. I'm gonna just put that over there. Oh, all right. Play the Scoured Barrens. I don't know what they could have for 2 mana here, but sure. We're back up to 20. We'll pass it on over to our opponent. Next turn we can play Keen Buccaneer. Keen Buccaneer. Yeah, Keen Buccaneer. And I think we could just activate Buccaneer to... I will loot away this Pacesetter Paragon because I feel like it's the worst card that we have. Oh, that costs 1 less. That's right. You get free attack, sure. No blocks. Oh, never mind. I could punch the Engine Rat, but there's no reason to right now. No attacks right now. We have black, or we have a single green. I'm gonna play the Guidelight Optimizer rather than leaving up the run over. This way. Okay. I 100% have to, well, this way we prevent them from really wanting to attack with their Engine Rat. Yeah, okay, see? This only taps for blue if activating an ability, so I guess we can play the Paragon? Why are you tapping like that? Oh, because that's still... Yeah. Okay. Off-Talk Mammoth's not great here. I'm going to play the Paragon. And leave up activation for Keen Buccaneer. Keen Buccaneer! Next. No attacks, end turn. This is not good in this sky for us. Broadcast Rambler. Oh boy, and their Esper. Yep, this hits us twice. At least they're not doing maximum speed stuff. They hit us with the Synergist. Maybe the Pack Doll? No, not the Pack Doll. Okay, pass. Pass. If I hit explicitly a second green source, activate ability, draw a card. If I hit a second green source, no, okay. We need to keep that though, so I'm gonna pitch the Sabotage Strategist. Maybe we just pitch the Mammoth at this point, because we're so far away from it and it's double green. Okay. Play this. Can I just cast this? No, right? Yeah, it's not telling me I can cast it. I need a second green source. We have double black. But I can cast this. That could have double strike, but it's not great here. Next. We're not in a position to attack, so I'm not going to end turn. But Hazard of the Dunes can block the Guide Light Synergist, and that's all that I need him there for. Oh my god. That's bad. That's the first time I've ever seen that kill anything bigger than a 1-drop or a 2-drop. The first time. Alright. Oh, just with the flyers then. Cool. Next turn we can Siphon Fuel kill that. Rather than playing the Brood Wagon. My turn. Here's our Sunmare. I think we have to Siphon Fuel kill the Synergist in the air. So if I play Sunmare though, it makes it so that this we're dead to the Synergist unless I Siphon and Fuel it, so I'm gonna pass here, leaving up all this mana. They'll probably attack with everything, which is not great for us. Also, opponent is no attacks here, representing maximum overdrive and counter spell. And because of that pause that they just had, well, it could have just been the Broadcast Rambler, right? Sure, 5th land. Just attack with the flyers, please. Yep. I would have liked to have killed that with the Brood Wagon, but we don't get what we want sometimes. Yeah, Keen Buccaneer doesn't get to attack here, which is unfortunate. I think what I need is like... Actually, we need a land. Mindspring Merfolk. That doesn't do it, right, folks? If I attack with this, that's not good enough. If I play Sunmare, we're still kind of just dead. And they might have the spin out. If they have spin out here, it kills the Sunmare. GG. Next match, right? I think I have to play the Sunmare here. If only because it allows us to use Run Over next turn. And then we can attack with it and get the Veloheart Bike. Next. No attacks, end turn. Now, if they have Siphon Fuel, Carrion Cruiser. Pretty good. Sure. Wow. They have a Chariot and a Zahur. Okay. Cast that. Sure. I can run it over, which is great for me. And I think I will. If only because we have to get the Synergist out of the air, and we have to keep it out of the air. Then I believe we cast we attack with Sunmare. Sunmare dies to Engine Rat, but at least we get a flyer out of it? Oh, we get a flyer out of it no matter what. Look at this. This guy right here? Fantastic. Okay. Sabotage Strategist. This makes their Engine Rat, like, really bad, but we have to get Veloheart Bike. Very specifically. We leave the flyer back, so... Saddle... Here. I hate that I have to go down 2 blockers regardless, but I do want to keep up the Sabotage Strategist. Running deep in the tank here. We can very specifically get Veloheart Bike, which is great. And that'll allow us to, if we survive another turn, keep up the Brood Heart? No. Play the Thundering Brood Wagon. I think we're still just kind of dead, though. View battlefield. I guess we could just get Flood the Engine. Right? Is that so wrong? I think it has to be Brood Heart. Or sorry, Veloheart Bike, though. Because otherwise we're just dead to, what's it called? And then... God. Run over. Targeting Synergist. I think maybe I was supposed to wait. Okay, never mind. They're not crewing. Next. This crew's for 2? Okay. They could just block with Engine Rat, because Engine Rat doesn't do damage when it attacks now. But if they do that, then they no longer have access to activation of Engine Rat, right? I don't think opponents drawn a single or played a single... No, they played Collision Course, never mind. To damage? They're just taking it. Okay. That makes sense too, right? We might just have to block poorly. For the next turn or so. Which doesn't feel great. We're playing this. Opponent is... I don't know if they're representing something. They can't be, because they're not... Yeah, okay. How much damage can we take next turn? The Engine Rat can't attack. Neither can this thing. The token. So they have to... They would attack with this... Yeah. End turn. I think we still keep swinging in with the Sunmare, adding things to our board. Now, if they kill my Sabotage Strategist, that feels real bad. Yep. We're just dead, aren't we? Because if I block everything, pass. Yep. Okay. You're kidding. You're actually kidding. You are actually factually kidding me. Are you really just attacking with that? Okay. I'm gonna, with the Sunmare, get another, what's it called? Liar. You're kidding. Attack with everything, opponent. Jesus Christ. This is the greatest blunder I've ever seen, if this is what they're planning on doing. Okay, you're taking it. Sure. I don't know what's going on. My turn. Okay, so that's another flyer. Let's see. What's in the deck list? I want to get a flyer. So the smartest thing to probably grab is the... not the Ketradon. It could just be Flood the Engine. Sky Streak Engineer? Right? Sky Streak Engineer. But I think we play this first? Oh wait, no. We gotta destroy the Pack Doll Terror. If we don't destroy the Pack Doll Terror, the problem then becomes... oh, haha. I swear to God, opponent, do not let me pull this off. Excuse me, what? Can I turduck in here? 3 into 6 now, but I think we want to leave this back on blocks, right? So actually, we need to accrue this for 4, so actually cancel. Oh, that's right. Okay, we accrue this with this. And then get a flyer. Actually, next to combat, to attackers, attack with the Sunmare. It might be correct to actually get Flood the Engine and Flood the Engine Rat. That'd be so funny, right? I think that's hilarious, actually. Sure. You're tired of that shit too, huh? I don't blame you. Okay. Next to damage. I'd be tired too. You know, like, okay, so we can only tap that for, yeah. I think next turn we play out the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. They can't activate Engine Rat anymore. So... they might have thought about just trading the two of them. Oh no, don't get back your Pack Doll. Please don't get back the Pack Doll, because we're just dead if they do. Ah, no! Yep. It's like we've gotten all these extra chances. So what do we do now? What do we do now? I think we need to have, what's it called? I think we need to basically draw Migrating Ketradon. Mm-hmm. Taking 1. Damn, Dune Drifter's a really good card, by the way. Fantastically splashable if you're in either black or white. Okay. Play this. We have a flyer. But if they play any artifact card, we're just kind of dead, right? So, next. Because if they kill the Glitch Ghost Surveyor, we can crew the Brood Wagon. Sure, no attacks. End turn. Pass to attackers. Attack with everything. Oh my god. It's crazy. I'm gonna block with the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. Pass the blockers. And if they have, what's it called? Oh, you're kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can draw 6. I can draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could tap this and draw 4 cards. Right? Oh, that's not great, actually. Sure. I think we hit our opponent with the Surveyor here. How did I manage to not draw any? I drew so many lands there. Okay. Sure. And we drew another land. Attack with this. I have to play the Boommobile to kill their Packdoll Terror. Oh, I should have played the other mountain. Okay. Whoops. 4 red. And if they have, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Packdoll Terror. I probably should have tapped out in case they have what's it called. And we're gonna end our turn there. I drew so many lands. We need Migrating Ketrodon or bust. Good game. Resolve. Yeah. Sorry. They had us. All right. They made so many mistakes. Well, what I would consider mistakes. And they still beat us, so... There were turns where they should have just attacked with everything, because I did not have good blocks. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 1 and 2 with 5 color nonsense. We're probably in the loser's bracket. Sorry. I went too deep. But this looks fine, actually. I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. This is so. I have a good reason. I don't have a good reason. Windsguard Craig. Go. A turn 2 Pit Automaton I think would be fine. Would like to draw some more green sources for Broodwagon and Ketrodon. Actually, this might have been a bad hand to keep. Sure. Scrap Compactor. Alright. No rush from our opponent. So I can just play another tap land. In the event that we draw a good 3-drop that I want to play untapped, right? Otherwise, we could just play the Pit Automaton. We also have 2 of these cycling creatures. I wish we had some graveyard recursion. I didn't take any of the ones that I think we saw. Opponent leaving up blue and white. Okay, Canyon Voltaire. Sure. Well, as good as Flood the Engine is, I don't think we're going to be casting it right now. We have all of our black sources, so that's good. This is only for... Okay. If my opponent kills that, what do I do, right? Because Canyon Voltaire just starts getting in for 3. Excuse me, what? What the hell? No blocks. Okay. So it looks like... The green card. Looks like we're flooding that. Get out of here. And next, end turn. I feel... I'm gonna feel really bad if I have to cycle this Migrating Ketrodon. Mendicant. Okay. And a Spot Cycle Scouter. I think we're better off cycling the Ketrodon? No. I think we have to cycle the Broodwagon here. Pass to attackers. Because we're so far away from double green. And that's another black source. We're so far away from any of these green cards. Why? Why? I would like to know why. Alright, so next. End turn. Feels real bad, doesn't it? This is double green, so we're going to cycle that away as well. This is, I think, the worst we've ever drawn. Opponent's board is getting pretty wide, too. So... They actually can just, like... Okay. They actually can just oh, you know what? I can block now regardless. But they can just yeah, resolve. This mendicant might be a problem. I get to block 3 of this. Resolve Arena. Come on, green source. Untapped green source. Oh my god. You're kidding. Feels real bad right about now. How many green sources are in this deck now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5? What? That can't be right. Pass. That cannot be right. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, that's my fault then. I should have looked at those better. Past the blockers. Okay. Pass. Most of them are tapped too. So like, this is entirely my fault. Sure. Enjoy your Pathmaker. I think if I get a green source that's untapped, they're just churning through the Pathmakers. Cool. Good game. Had a pile full of green cards. What a goddamn shame. Alright. That was my fault. That was entirely my fault. I didn't know. I should have looked at it better. There's like leaf match. We'll look at the deck in a second. I'm sorry that my opponent had to deal with such a non-game. There's 5 green sources in this whole deck. Yet I'm playing Mammoth, Ketradon, Broodwagon. Yeah, maybe the Sunmare was incorrect. If I cut the Sunmare, I get rid of 1, 2, 3 white sources. Yeah, alright, that was too greedy. Live and learn and then get loves. Oh, that was my fault. Dunzo Benunzo, and hey, you out there watching this. Sorry about that. Tried to go too deep. Maybe went a little... Look, listen. You know what? Actually, maybe this is not enough to save the color, but Guardian Sunmare, amazing. Was really good in that one match where we still lost. Oh god. If you enjoyed that, please like, share, subscribe. Come to twitch.tv/dickrecord. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom I said hello. God. And have a lovely rest of your evening, folks.